Gathered friends, tune in again for the tale of the Bionicle. Today on my wonderful channel, we are going to be looking at my custom design build, whatever the hell it's called, for the Toa of Lightning. Um, I'm still thinking of a name for him. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with either Voltra or Volton. But yes, I've been meaning to do this for a while. I just had other things that I've been doing. But yes, I really like this one. He's another very nice design that I've done. Um, so he's got the all of my Toa Ignika swords still work. By the way, I have yet to have to change the battery on any of them. So, but yes, you'll probably notice that a lot of the parts on him are Hero Factory parts, and I'll be honest, I didn't really care for Hero Factory as a kid until, which is where I got the which these parts came with. Until they had this gimmick where they had these like little creatures on legs, and they were like these brain things. I thought those were fucking awesome, and I bought a set, and I'm hoping that I can buy more. Or at least more pieces like this, so that I can. Because I remember for a long time I wanted to make a Toa of Lightning, but I wasn't quite certain of how. But courtesy of Hero Factory, it is here, and this is this is his weapon, his trident. And he has these pieces on the back, just his wings. Some of the story about from him in the series that I'm making. There's two main series. It's a two-part sort of series. There's Bionicle Extinction, and then Bionicle Resurrection. I talked a little bit about doing another series in my Toa Jollar review, so go look at that. Also, if you want to hear some sweet childhood stories of about me when I was a kid and how much I just loved my Toa Jollar figure, and also a good reason to go and check it out. But yes, his wings are on ball joints. His wings are able to move around. The color scheme was actually a bit difficult because um, I was very, very conflicted about like the different tints of gold and then the yellow. But I think it came out all right. But yeah, one thing I'm thinking about with this guy and part of sort of a sort of story arc with him is essentially, oh shit, yeah, I gave him get his shield out of the way. I gave him armor on both sides because once again, through Hero Factory, I wanted this guy to be a lot bigger, to have sort of this like, I wanted him to really have a presence whenever he's around. And you can let me know if you agree or not, but I think he certainly has that presence. Let me get him situated here real quick. But yeah, basically in the series is, god damn it. Basically, one thing I'm thinking is was thinking of having him have a similar arc to Vakama in in the third movie. Um, Except the main conflict of him is going to be a bit different. Whereas instead of like the pressures of leadership, he kind of is like he notices that there really isn't much for him, and that a lot of people are a bit more. By people, I mean Matoran tend to be a bit more like weary of him because of just how volatile his element is, and he just is. A lot of them are intimidated by him. And let me, yeah, because the weapon is so damn big, getting chunky. Uh, I have to. There we go. And there we go. But yeah, basically his element is viewed as very volatile. Because like the way I kind of envisioned it is, whenever he uses like his element, it wouldn't be like just a little bit. It'd be these massive lightning bolts arcing out from him and his trident. Just very, very powerful. Possibly the most powerful of them. And essentially, like some of them are kind of like distancing themselves from him, and he is not exactly too happy about that because he always thought that the Toa were meant to be these. Essentially, he had the view of Toa that I had as a child, which was that they're the heroes. They would never do anything wrong. They are just inherently close, and they have an inherently close brotherhood sort of feeling. And essentially, he's consistently thinking of basically just walking away from it all, and I don't know. He's again very conflicted, because he's kind of he tends to get left out of a lot of things because again his element is very volatile, and he has a very like whenever he uses lightning, it's not like a small amount. It's like these massive lightning bolts arcing out from around him. And some are worried that he might not have as much control, or that he might get angry and let them off. A lot of it comes from fear, not so much for the Toa, but what do you call it? But mostly the Matoran. And the Toa and some of the Toa might say that maybe he should hang back in order for the Toa to basically have to gain the trust of some of the villagers, because they're very intimidated by him, and he's not exactly too happy about it. Just generally feeling left out, and like he just doesn't get them as much respect as them. And eventually, when he's wandering this sort of desert landscape, going around these big cliffs and the mountains of the desert as he's wandering, and in the actual narrative, they had said for him to stay there, but he's like, I'm gonna do what I want. I don't really. He's like, I'm not worried about this or any of that. You guys seem to be so good with the locals. Well, I'm not just gonna sit around here and do nothing. So he kind of just goes off by himself. And as he's walking around, he just see, because he again, it's his element, and he feels very alone as a result. The only Toa who's actually somewhat close to him would be Nokama, and while he's out there in the mountains, he would actually receive guidance from an unlikely source, an old friend, someone who had wielded that same element. Wasn't quite a Toa of lightning, but someone who had wielded that power before, and so would could at least on some level understand him to some degree. And they would visit, and they would come to visit him in there because through the power of the Mask of Life, it had allowed his spirit. It's not actually, he's not like back or anything. I might bring him back, probably not, but his spirit manifests from the whatever afterlife there is to come and try and guide him. A hero, a daring hero, one who knew the true meaning of sacrifice. Oh yes, that's right. Matoro. And he'll get his own video, but yeah, this is my version of Matoro. What I essentially wanted was to combine his Toa Ignika self with the Toa Mari version. He's got his nice spear here, which he now carries. Part of me is thinking about like switching out this light with that one, because I feel like because it's all blue, and I'm wondering if there's possibly a way to like switch them out so that his will be blue, because he's the one that'll be seen a lot more than him. But yes, the spirit of Toa Matoro would essentially come and sort of try and give him guidance in his hour of need. Let's set him over here. But I think that's about it. But yeah, this has been my review or kind of showing, I don't know what to call this, my video of the Toa of Lightning that I made. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a good one.